Hi guys, hi guys. Hi Grasshopper.
Howdy, everybody.
I'm starting like half an hour early, so we'll see if anybody shows up early.
I did.
Says hi, whiny Grasshopper.
I saw that.
Last week when Dan said he wasn't gonna go this week, I remember thinking to myself, "Oh, I'll go early. They have a really early stream," and then I forgot about it till it was time for him to start a stream. So
Oh, that
we're just
coffee.
starting half an hour early.
Yeah. I just got the notification.
There's
So it
only
must
2
be so.
people watching right now. Ugh.
That's the notification just popped up here. Give it a
Oh, did
minute.
it? Okay.
Give it a minute. The most important people are here, right?
That's right. That's right.
And I'm still making my coffee. Have you had coffee yet?
I've been drinking coffee all day,
Oh, Jesus.
but I don't have any in front of me right now.
Well, don't forget you've got to be up early tomorrow.
Hey, PJ. I got to be up early tomorrow. Why for?
At least by 3 to make it to the post office by
Oh
5.
yeah. Well, I'll be up probably before noon and get that done because I wanted to go today, but I put in an order with grocery delivery, and they didn't come until just before your stream started. And by the time your stream's done, then the post office is closed. So, well, hell, it's gonna have to go out tomorrow.
BJ's challenging us to keep her awake, it looks like.
Well, how are we going to do that?
I got a plan, don't worry.
Okay, so we we got 4 people in here. Like I say, it's kind of an early stream start, so.
Right.
And I think Terry was streaming too, so.
Oh, was he? I hadn't seen him in forever.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen him for a while, but I noticed he was streaming when I was getting ready to start, so.
I just realized I was maybe not doing that precarious gulp in front of everybody. Well, he wouldn't have known you were going early, so.
No, he wouldn't have known that, so. Oh.
Should I share this out to,
Might as well. You want to.
I'll be back.
Okay. So what you all up to?
That did it.
Earlier today while I was working, I was watching something, listening to it actually, because that's what I do is I draw and listen to something at the same time. So I was listening to some kind of malicious compliance thing with stories, which were, some of them were kind of funny. But it reminded me of one of the jobs that I had. So there's only a few people in here, so I'll go ahead and tell it. As most of you have probably experienced, sometimes bosses and owners can be dicks as far as your job goes, right? So this one job I had was working as a secretary for an embroidery place, as in they embroidered like shirts and hats and stuff for companies. You know, like when you get t-shirts with your company logo or your name on over the pocket or whatever, right? That type of thing. And hats, company hats, that type of stuff. So that's what they did, and I got a job as their secretary, and I kind of liked the job. It was on Cape Cod, and I'd work there. They were really meticulous type people. So like They were never late on their bills or anything like that. Well, I started noticing after I'd been there almost a year that I was getting a lot of calls from like the power company and stuff like that because they were late on their bill, which was unusual for them. But I would just pass them on to George, the owner, and not worry too much about it. Well, they were gone one weekend, so I was kind of in charge, and on Saturday. And part of my job was filing all the bills and all the bills sent out and everything to on the computer, and then also taking all the bills and the paper bills and filing them in the file cabinets upstairs in George's office. So I was doing that, and I went upstairs with one of the bills, and as I was filing it in place, I happened to notice like the corner of something like that was sticking way up out of the file cabinet. So I like pulled the file cabinet open and was getting ready to shove it back into place, and I saw it was for monster.com. So I was snoopy and curious, so I pulled it out and looked at it, and it was an advertisement for a job. It was actually an advertisement for my job that they had put on monster.com, but instead of working 40 hours a week, it was for working 20 hours a week. And I thought, well, isn't that interesting? So when they came back, I was kind of waiting for them to ask me if I would want to cut my hours for a little while, but they never did. And instead, what started happening is George, the owner, started following me around and watching everything I did. Hey, Ginger. So he was following me around like he was always behind me, to the point where the girls that worked like on the embroidery machines, when we were outside having our lunch, we sat outside a picnic table, and one of the girls said, "How can you stand that?" She said, "George is always behind you, always looking over your shoulder. What the hell is going on?" And I didn't tell him about the paper that I'd seen. I just said he's looking for a reason to fire me. And they're like, "Oh no, they can't do that. They wouldn't do that because you do so much of the work around here. They couldn't get by without you." And I'm like, "No, take my word for it. He's looking for a reason to fire me." So this kept on. I mean, it was miserable going to work because he was always over my shoulder. I remember one time we had a new girl on one of the embroidery machines, and she told me, like she whispered to me because it was my job to get everything in the mail after they packaged it up. She told me she was one shirt short on this order and she couldn't find it anywhere, and she was in a panic. And I said, "It's okay, I'll find it." So I started like going through all the stuff on the embroidery table, and finally I pulled out the trash can and was looking through it, and I found the shirt had dropped off into the trash can. So I pulled it out of the trash can and was folding it, getting it ready to put it in the envelope, and George was behind me. And he said, and it was almost funny, it's like, "What are you doing, Pam?" Oh my God, I was trying to cover for the poor new girl, but I just said,
Pam,
okay, short, so I was looking for it.
will you blow me up, Pam?
Huh? Blow you up? Yeah. Hang on.
Sorry.
I got to get over to my blow up screen.
Oh my God.
Okay. Oh, he's so cute. Anyway, so this went on for about 4 or 5 months, about 4 months, I think. And one day when I went in from lunch, I saw that my time card was gone. So I was like, okay, so I'm getting fired today. So I went and I had everything cleared my desk and got everything ready to take home, all my personal stuff and all that stuff. I had my desk all cleaned out. And they waited till after 5 o'clock, after I got off. Then they called me into their office, And I remember I was standing there thinking, okay, are they going to tell me the truth? Because if they would have asked me if I would take 20 hours a week for a while, I would have said yes till they could get things lined up. What was going on was they had bought a Sankit company and were getting it set up with the machines and stuff. They have like 2 businesses. So they were a little bit short on money. But anyway, I leaned against the wall and waited for them to, explain to me what was going on. And they didn't say anything. All they said was, we're sorry, but you just aren't working out. We're going to have to let you go. So I was like, okay. So this was on a Friday night. So I went in Monday morning to the unemployment office. And he looked me up and stuff, and he said, you can't get unemployment because if you're fired, you aren't eligible for unemployment. If you're fired or if you quit, you can't get unemployment. So I looked at him and I said, okay. So I pulled out a copy that I had made of the bill to monster.com that I had found and copied. And I handed it to him. And he read it and he started laughing. Oh my God, that guy was laughing. He says, yeah, you're getting your unemployment. So yeah, that was a time where a company tried to screw me over, but they didn't quite make it. They didn't want to have to pay my unemployment, but they ended up paying it anyway.
Yep.
Because Mama didn't raise no fools, and I made copies. So that was my short story about bosses that can be dicks. But they didn't get away with it.
Oh, you can take me down, Pam.
I want to see the guy again.
Well, he's got tired of you waiting on him to look at him. He's gone.
Put him back. I want to see him again.
He's surfing on the glass.
Oh, look at him.
He does have something wrong with his left rear leg.
Does he?
It's injured.
Like broken skin injured or just not moving right injured?
Located his knee is what it looks like, but how could he have done that?
Wonder if it'll heal up okay by itself.
He's not able to bend it back the right way.
Huh.
I could try to do it, but he's got tiny, tiny, tiny bones.
Oh, no, I wouldn't mess with it. It heals up. He looks like he's getting around okay.
He is, but see his leg, he can't really use it. He's just kind of...
Oh, yeah, I can see
paddling
that.
with it. He's over there. The one on the right side is right, and the other one, the knee's bent the wrong way. See, it's bent forward instead of back.
Yeah, I see that. Ouch.
It's probably just dislocated, but I don't know how he could have done that. I could give him a little bit of clove just to make him think the world's wonderful and try to ease it back. It might pop right back in. I may call the vet and see. He's eating and all that, but I'd rather him have the correct use of that leg.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it might.
And I feel horrible. I just got him.
The right way. Huh.
Yeah, I think it's just topped out a joint.
Hi, Sky Dancer.
He slept under his favorite log last night. I picked it up to mix a little more sand in here earlier, and I picked up some more sand today, and there was a big tunnel under there, a little bigger than him, so he was able to dig. He's eating a whole bunch of lettuce and greens over there in his house, wherever that is. There. Put a bunch of there. He's eating almost all of it. I had him some bird seed sprouting. He's a cutie. I still need a name for him. Somebody said a name in the video, but I can't remember what it was. It was pretty good. I'll have to go over there and look. Pam, are you going to name your snake?
Probably, but I'll have to wait to get it to see. It's got hearts on its side, so I might name it something to do with hearts. Maybe Cupid or something like that.
Oh, double tree. Look over there at the end of that leaf. Never
Grasshopper
see
says
it upside on.
Pugsley. Pugsley would be good.
Yeah, that's right. He said Pugsley because of Gomez. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to use it because it's cute and he's so cute. That fire skank's trying to figure it and get that nest in his mouth, I think. If Ed's able to go, and even if he's not, I'm going. Not this day, but next Saturday to Replicon in Knoxville.
In Knoxville? How far is that from you?
Yeah, about an hour and a half. That's about an hour and a half. It's where I went to get this guy day before yesterday. I wasn't gone maybe 3 hours and 15 minutes. I just met them at a used bookstore and she brought him over to me and I gave her the $100 and we departed. See how his leg's doing?
Yeah.
Instead of his knee not sticking up in the air.
Yeah, it just kind of looks like it maybe
bent
isn't hooked up to his hip area.
I think his hip's okay. I don't know. That leg just looks funky.
Yeah.
I'm at the art tomorrow, so I'll have to see if I can get him somewhere
Daddy,
Friday.
hello.
All right, I'm going out of here.
Bob's doing sketchy parking lot deals for lizards. Yep. They came up in a trench coat.
I looked for Dee,
I pulled open the trench coat and there was a little lizard
but I didn't see
all
her.
over the inside. Yeah,
You hear me? I looked for
here too.
Yeah.
I've been listening to rumbling for the last half hour.
Yeah. Somebody told me about an exotic vet the other day, and I forgot where it was. Oh, it was Appalachian Vet. It was real good here in town. Oh, hey, Patty. I just saw you came in. Howdy, howdy. Ginger's headed home.
My goodness, it's slow. There's only 6 people in here.
Well, nobody. All right. That was the new dogs. The hen walking them all. They were all stuck in over there. They ate early. So they're all wound up. People are not expecting you to go till 10:30, and some people hadn't got used to that yet, I don't think even. Oh. Uh-oh. Here they go.
Is that Yazzie?
And Princess.
Both of them.
Well, it's actually all 3 of them.
Milo looks like he's in love.
He's in lust. That's what it feels like, Milo, because he got up. Ooh. She's an Amazon compared to you, Yazzie.
I know, Patty. But I don't worry too much about it. It is what it is, what it is. Yep, exactly.
I feel like y'all are talking in code.
What, FM?
FEM.
FEM? That's FM.
Yeah.
I look good in the light. Oh my God, sure, I'm 67 years old, you know? Older than dirt. But I've been feeling really good today. I have some stuff I gotta, I'm working on some stuff I need to get done, and I wanted to go to the post office today because I have some stuff that was returned that I want to get back to the post office. And I didn't make it because I ordered some water and some stuff for delivery, and it didn't get here in time for me to get to the post office, so I'll have to go tomorrow. I've got nothing else going on tomorrow except working, so I'll do it tomorrow. So anybody who hasn't got what they're waiting for from me, it will be on its way again because I got part of it back. I still got it. Yeah, we just haven't figured out yet exactly what I have. 102, yikes. That sounds awful. It's been in the 60s and low 70s here today, which is really nice. Because for the last couple weeks it's been well into the mid 80s, which is miserable. And I was looking at the weather forecast, and Sunday it's supposed to get up to 89, which is going to totally suck. And no, I have not got my phone working yet. I think I'm going to, as soon as I get a chance, either tonight or tomorrow, I'll see if I can totally take it off the computer and then reload it and see if that does it.
You're having enough fun running around and around.
It's just not working, Tom's right.
Wow.
I think it's my computer messing up instead of the phone, but because my computer's doing a couple other things. I know I don't do heat well. I would rather deal with cold in winters than move south and deal with the heat in the summertime. Like Arizona or Florida or anywhere like that. Or Texas. Yeah, my phone's not, I actually don't use my phone that often, so it's off quite, I don't turn it all the way off, though. It just times out. You think it might help if I turned it totally off and then turned it back on again? I'll try that. I'll turn it off for a while, and then after the stream's over, I'll try turning it back on again. That's actually something I didn't try. Which that might do something. We'll have to see.
I was really shocked when my phone rang earlier and it said Pamela Earlywine.
No, I don't want to do an emergency SOS. How did I do that? Oh my God.
You all
I clicked a button on my phone and it said emergency SOS.
Yep. You got to be careful.
I don't want to do that. But how do I turn it off?
Your phone?
Yeah.
There's two buttons on the left, on the
Yeah.
side. Press the top one and the one over on the right at the same time, or just push the right one on the right and hold it.
Okay, that's what I tried, but it wasn't doing it. I'll try it.
Well, hold it long enough for it to know you mean it. It'll cut off. Yeah.
No, it's not doing it yet.
You must not be pushing the power button.
I am. There, it went off. Oh, no.
I know, right, Mike?
Hi, Michael Long. Don't pay attention to me. I'm just sitting here holding the power button down on my phone trying to turn it off.
If it hasn't done it this time, it usually just takes like 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, it's not doing it.
And you're pushing the button up at the top on the right.
Yep.
And it's an iPhone 13 or something.
Yeah.
Well, something's wrong because that's the way you do it. Hey, Michael.
Well, it's not doing it.
I bet you if I push mine, it'll go right off. But I'm not going to do it.
Wonder if Siri will turn it off for me.
I don't know. I don't trust the one on this phone.
Siri, can you turn the phone off, please? I'm not sure I understand.
Yep, you got the same here.
Turn the power off on the phone, please. I'm not sure I understand. Okay, well, Siri's worthless.
That may be beyond my abilities at the moment.
Oh.
What'd she say?
She said it may be beyond my abilities at the moment.
Now that's
It was like, what are you doing, Al?
I've never heard that expression used to say FO.
The power button and the top volume button simultaneously. Okay, we'll try that. I'm trying to turn it off. Anybody who doesn't realize, I'm trying to turn it off and reset it because I'm having trouble.
Yeah, that's what I told her, Michael, the first
photos
time.
From my computer to my phone, so I'm seeing if turning it off will help.
She said that didn't work, Michael. I told her that first.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I'm trying it again right now. And it's not doing it.
Hold them both down and it will.
I got them both held down. No, my phone's not turning off. It's supposed to, but it's not. Ah, fuck
I
it.
don't know how to respond to that.
Did you guys catch what just happened? I said, fuck it, and Siri says I don't know how to respond to that. Okay. It's okay, I don't know how to respond to it either. No, the screen didn't react, it just had the little circle. Yeah, it's still on.
That's crazy.
Welcome back, BJ. I'll mess with it again later. I'll try on the computer too. I take it off the computer and then reinstall it and see if that helps. But I got to be able to get the photographs transferred because I gotta be able to post online the work that I finish as I'm finishing it. And my phone's the best camera I have.
BJ, did you get a little disco nap, maybe? Settings, general, shut down, and then drag the slider.
Okay. Try that.
Y'all get tired of playing? Looks like Milo's still amorous of you, though.
Settings.
Where'd y'all leave Yazzie? Huh? Your babies.
Okay, under settings, I have weekly reports, no downtime and app limits, content and privacy restrictions, screen time passcode. No, don't want that. Let's try downtime and app limits.
No, go to settings and then general.
I know that I don't see a general.
Well, you're not down far enough then. It's a slide.
Okay, I see general.
Damn it.
And then I hit, what do I hit then?
Shut down.
Oh, there's shut down.
And then drag the slider.
Slide to power off. Okay, but the slider's not there. Why is the slider not there?
I don't know about the slider. That's Grasshopper's method.
The slider's not there.
Mine's not due till 2 a.m. 3.5 hours, BJ.
It says slide to power off.
It's there. It's just sometimes you can't see stuff.
Well, I'm trying to slide it, but there's nothing there to slide and it won't slide.
Did you scroll up?
The phone is against me.
Scroll up a little bit and see if it's down below.
There's no scroll thing. There's just a...
We'll just roll the screen up is what I mean.
I know, I'm trying.
Okay.
But it's not doing anything.
I said for me, BJ, it'll be 3.5 hours for medicine time. Swipe right. Michael Long says swipe right.
Swipe right? Okay.
Yeah.
Swipe right. There's no swiping though. It's not swiping at all.
You swipe the screen though, the whole screen. Just put your finger on.
See?
Oh. Well, no, I'm like reading the comments. I'm weary of that phone.
And it's not. There's no slider thing there. It just says. It says slide to power off and cancel, but there's no bar anywhere to slide. Okay, I quit. I'm mad at it.
It won't let you slide the whole screen over just by touching it. That's weird. Mike flipped a table.
Yeah, it is. On top of your home screen and slide it right. Okay, that's right.
Just like last night. Took me an hour to find some kind of button. Pam's on Tinder.
No, I'm not.
That's what Patty said.
Okay. It's not on top. It's not anywhere.
Yep. It's all right, Pam. Old people can't keep up with technology.
Just the dot. I don't even see a dot, but I'll try it again. Oh, wait. No, that's not what I want.
It says everyone can see and hear you.
Okay, there is no dot on top. No dot on the side. Oh, I think I might have done it. I think I did it. Oh my god, yay. I did it. When you toss the phone in a bucket of water, it will turn off. I figured it out. It was actually where it had the little circle thing and it said slide right to turn off, or it said slide to turn off. It was actually that I needed to slide. Okay, quit laughing at me, grasshopper.
For the love of God.
I got it, guys. I got it.
You should post that like a tutorial, Pam.
How to do it? No, I'm going to leave it off for a little while, then I'll try turning it back on, and then after the stream, I'll see if I can download photos because I need to be able to do that. I need to be able to get the photos off the phone and onto my computer. You guys know when I got my first touchscreen phone, I unboxed it and stuff, and I was looking at it, and one of my kids was walking by. My daughter was walking by, and she said, "You know, I'm not going to show you how to use that, Mom." And I told her, I said, "I taught you how to use a spoon and how to wipe your own ass. You could show me how to use a damn phone."
Yazzie said he'll see you another time when you're not in the mood.
Yazzie. Yazzie, Yazzie.
Look over at Pam. Look here. There he is.
Hi, Yazzie.
He's looking at his girlfriend down there. Princess.
Yep.
Is Princess your girlfriend? I thought she was your sister. That's
Okay,
not.
I know I can press it to turn it back on. I know I can do that because I've done that before, because sometimes I let the battery totally run out and it goes off.
Good for it to let the battery go down or very low.
And it's back up on again.
He's eating his green. See him tearing that lettuce up?
Oh, yeah.
He's really eating good tonight.
Yeah, he is.
And they won't eat any kind of bugs or anything. It's all 100% vegetarian.
That's the way I had a iguana, and that's the way he was. I'd mix him up stuff.
Oh, I meant to get this guy some baby food. They told me that at Petco too, like the pulverized vegetable stuff. You put a little bit like down in a lid, a teaspoon every day. I've got to get that.
I wonder if he got his leg. I wonder if he got his leg like stuck in the log or something.
I don't know. He didn't have the log in the thing with him. He was just in a shoebox plastic thing like that.
Oh yeah, did he hurt himself coming home, or?
There was nothing to hurt himself on. He was just in a shoebox on a paper towel. She gave me his food, his seeds, and his favorite log, which is that one right there, in a bag. Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that. He pooped like 3 times today.
He
Looks
did or you
good.
did?
Healthy reptile poop. He did 3 times. Yazzie said he couldn't be monitored because he'll eat it and the cat poop. I might fix it. No, I don't want to do it either. He doesn't need to be that close to that heat lamp. But to keep this at 115, I'm having to keep it pretty close to him.
Oh,
Plus, he's
yeah,
got the
that's
heat
pretty
mat
warm.
under him.
That's pretty warm.
That's what they like. That's what they like. When I had it at 95, he didn't respond hardly at all yesterday. And I'm like, well, maybe he really does need 115, 120 like the literature says. And he does. I just want to know what kind of vegetable matter they find to eat out in the desert, like on an outcropping of rock at 120 degrees. Here he
Mike said
comes.
bee pollen is good for him too.
Bee pollen. Okay. That's different than honey. He goes around touching his tongue to stuff, and that's what made me think he wanted like some wingless fruit flies or something. That Petco, all the girls in there that really know, the reptile ones especially, they said, no, you can't give him that. They lost a sale. This is his food from this morning that he snarled his nose up at. Oh boy, he's out in the outback now. This is almost just all natural potting soil. What is he doing? Did you see that little dance he did?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, he peed.
Oh.
Oh, what a good boy. That's your spot, huh? Oh, it's shiny in there, wet there.
When I had some horned lizards when I was a teenager, they ate bugs. Like in Eastern Oregon, I would see them eating like the harvester ants and stuff. So one of our trips to hunt arrowheads, I got a jar and I got a bunch of harvester ants to feed my lizards when I got home. And when I got home, I dumped the ants in there with them, and son of a bitch, if the ants weren't like biting the lizards and hanging off of them all over the place. So I had to get them out of there.
Yeah.
Because they bit.
Crickets will do that if you have too many. I watch Gomez up here, and every now and then I'll see him asleep with one on his back. It's usually just dead skin or something they're getting, but crickets will do that.
Well, harvester ants have like half of their body length is head and pinchers, so
Yeah, you don't want that with lizards.
yeah. I know they eat them out in the wild, but it must just be the occasional one walking by. They did not do well when I dumped a bunch of them in there with them, so I had to take them out.
They thought they'd gone on a picnic. Yazzie, rough life. Don't you, Yaz?
Yeah, I can
Bouncy.
see that, huh? Yazzie. Yazzie.
You better look at Pam. She'll cry all night.
Yossi.
Yossi, look here. There.
Yossi.
Oh, he only looked for a second. He knows what he's doing.
He must be mad at me again.
What's her name was
Hi,
there today?
Kirby.
He's a baby. Yeah. Let's put you down so you and Princess can run some more.
No,
There
Bob,
you go.
don't go to the light.
Don't go to the light.
Yeah. You were showing the light. I say, no, don't go to the light.
Okay.
Stay away from the light.
Stay on the dark side.
Yep. It's a Yossi lizard. Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad information too in those YouTube videos. A lot of people put out a lot of information. They don't know what they're talking about.
I've noticed that too.
Yep. Hey, GRB.
There's a famous quote that I saw from Abraham Lincoln. It says, don't believe everything you see on the internet.
Yep. The right idea. There are some, though, he's right. There are some people that specialize in them, and like chameleon people. We're going to have hopefully some of these people on the reptiles.
I'm so looking forward to that starting. Remember, guys, it's this coming Friday is going to be the first introductory video. And then after that, we'll start having guests every Friday. But this coming one, it's like an introduction to the stream. So, but it starts at 7:30 Eastern time, right?
Yep. And I have somebody else that has ponds I've been talking to. I don't think I told you guys yet because it was kind of back and forth. And then the time got to be an issue, going that late and being able to show their ponds. And so what they're doing is make of the pond, this coming week or so, and then get them scheduled and they can show their videos and narrate them and stuff. So that'll be cool.
No, it's not herps and houseplants. It's reptiles.
Herps and house plants, different kind of string patty. You're thinking of something else.
I hear a plane. It's just about sunset here. The sky is just turning orange.
Is it? And it's been dark for 2 hours here. Well, an hour and a half. How dare you even suggest that? I'm not even thinking. All right. Called reptiles. Reptiles, the herp hour.
I told him that we should name it
I'm sure
geriatric park, but I got voted down. But I still think that's a good name.
Yeah. Don't want a bunch of old people hanging around there. Geriatric park. I don't know what's going on.
Bob went black. He must have pushed a button. Are you there at all, Bob? Nope. He's just gone. Gone. He's getting old, you know. He probably hit a button.
I fooled you, didn't I?
I put the
Oh,
link up at the top if anybody wants to come up. Oh, GRB has some blue lizards. Yes, we should get him up too for a guest one time.
Bob went to the dark side.
Did you add that to your list of guests, Bob?
Who?
Add GRB because he has some blue lizards.
I don't know. Mike's in charge of the guest list. I think.
Oh, thank you, Grasshopper.
The schedule. I
It
want to
turned
ask.
out okay for a cut it myself in front of the mirror job. But mostly it was so dang hot. I wanted it gone. So I just, like I say, I just took a pair of scissors and stood in front of the mirror and started chopping away.
We've got the same hairstyle now. It says.
It's amazing that you shaved that curly one at the back of your head too. I wouldn't be surprised if I did because, like I said, I have no way of seeing the back of my head. So I just kind of like did it all, like pulling my hair out and cutting it. I did it by feel. I didn't want to have like a mullet in the back.
Mullets are cool. No, I wanted to make sure that was okay with you all. I really like her channel. I followed her a couple of years now. Her husband, or SO, is in some of the videos sometimes. In her lip. You should put some like a 110 plug-in back there, Pam.
In the back of my head.
Yeah. People that have cell phones needing charging or flock to you.
I was thinking it'd be handy to have a razor, but I mean, like one of those that you can have, like put the different combs on for different lengths, and it would have been a lot easier. But I just kind of kept feeling around until it seemed all the same length. Mike says she put a video out today on a hognose.
I saw that. I liked it.
When I was with Megan's dad, I came home from work one night because I worked late a lot. I got home from work and he'd been drinking and he was all proud of himself. And he says, "Look, honey, I found a razor, electric razor in your stuff, and I cut my own hair." And I was like, "I don't have an electric razor." And then it dawned on me it was my horse trimmer. Like I'd trim the kids' horses to go to the fair, trim their manes and stuff, and trim their faces. And he'd given himself a haircut with it. And he had like bald spots all over his head. So it was pretty funny. He went to work the next day and he said his boss kept staring at his head. And he just looked up and he said, "What? Haven't you ever got drunk and cut your own hair before?"
Oh my God. Not in this life. I'll message her, Ed. I just want to, not Ed, Mike.
But
Happy lady.
that was the same place he worked at. When he first got the job, he couldn't read and write very well, so I always did everything for him. So
That guy. Yeah.
yeah, he came home after his first day, and he gave me a file card, and he said the ladies in the office asked him to put his name and address on it, and would I do it for him? So I said okay. So the next day he comes home from work and he's like looking at me. He says, "What did you put on that card?" I said, "What do you mean?" "I put your name and address." And he says, "Pam," he said, "the ladies were like passing it around in the office, laughing their asses off. What did you put on the card?"
What'd you put on the card?
I just put, "Hi, my name is Al. If lost, please return me to," and then I put the address down. Oh.
Poor Al.
Well, my sick sense of humor has to come out sometimes. I chewed him out one time after we got in a fight, and I told him why. And he didn't just do this with me; he did it with his whole family. He said, "Why, when you get mad, the first thing you do is hit below the belt? I can be so mad that I'm just about spitting, but something always holds me back from saying the thing that can be really hurtful. Like the worst thing that you can say to somebody." But
Those
he
are the
always
best
went
things.
right for it first thing out of his mouth.
Yeah.
So he looked at me and he was being totally serious. And he says, "Well," he says, "there isn't really anything that you can say to me." He was like, "What?" So I told him, I said, "I could call you an illiterate moron, but you wouldn't know what it meant." And he looked at me and he said, "Huh?" It cracked me up. Oh, I'm so horrible.
Well, there is that. Gomez, you coming out for the enrichment time? Huh? My camera around because I can't ever see what I'm looking at. Hang on. Here go the buttons again.
But I remember one time we were arguing because I didn't want to stay in LA, and I didn't stay in LA. I took Megan and left, but he said LA was a good place to raise kids, and I'm like, with all the gangs and the school system and everything else. And he says, "It's a good school system. Like, you graduated from high school without ever learning to read and write. What the hell?" He graduated and he didn't know how to read and write. He wasn't dumb. He just didn't learn how to read and write. And he graduated. You can't tell me that's a good school system.
Something went wrong.
This guy I love. I'm in love with Gomez.
There's like 6 worms laying right on the top, but he likes to wait till one's almost hidden and then try to get it. He's waiting. So cute when he's looking and thinking. Now they're all gone.
I see some movement in there.
Yeah, well, If he tries to get them once they're all covered up, then he just gets a mouthful of whatever they're in. There he goes.
I see. Oh, got another one.
He ate 3 or 4 last night, and then he looked at me and he looked at the top of that cup and went right over it up my arm. And I put him right up there on his limb. He stayed there almost 2 hours. Guys, he's sleeping in the cat bed, the tunnel bed, and Princess wants in, but there isn't room.
Worms have brains.
I'm not going to touch that one.
No.
Come on, you can do
Well,
it.
somebody should come up here with us.
I know, right?
Up at the top.
Grasshopper usually comes through in a pinch.
Yeah, we haven't seen Grasshopper for a while. We don't pay attention to that, Patty, though. I don't want to think about that. I've like cut up worms to feed my fish and stuff before. Like chopped them up into little 1/4-inch pieces.
I've never been that cruel. He's actually thinking about coming over that cup. Should I get another worm or should I just slide on up there? If he comes, all of a sudden he'll reach out and step on the cup and come right on over. You don't want to go up on your branch? Way over there?
Did you get his new habitat set up?
Kind of. It's right on me back there. It's so much bigger than this one. I was ready to put on the last parts and the numbers don't match up, so I've got to look at it with a good light and figure it out. Yeah, they make it as hard as they can. For me, anyway. Come on, get one more. He's already had a bunch of crickets today. Penny's keeping an eye on you, Yazzie. She's sitting in the chair above him watching him. Nothing, Gomez? Is that it? Is that it? Okay. Okay. And he acts like I was just about to get one out of there. I don't think he's ever came out on my hand. He always comes over the food cup and then comes out.
Oh, grasshopper, grasshopper. Look at me. Well, not right now because I'm not up right now, but I'm 67 years old and older than hell and lots of wrinkles and shit, and I still come up.
What did he say? What's he whining about now?
He says I was going to come up until I turned on my camera and saw what I looked like.
Body image is a powerful thing. I don't think he wants to come out.
Thanks, grasshopper. Yep, come on up, grasshopper. We're sitting here watching worms go to the light.
He's being so weird tonight. He doesn't act like he doesn't want my hand in there, but he doesn't want to come out either. All right. All right. You'll be sad in a few minutes. Wish you had. I did get him on this one on this table. I can keep his food and stuff there. Yeah, I've got to do something. That's his habitat. I could get in that.
Yeah,
easily.
Pretty good size.
Yep. When I get in there, I'm not coming out either.
It's okay. We'll feed you worms.
Right? These guys will come up, won't you guys?
There's probably a what do you call it? Barometric change because of the storm, so that could be possible, Mike.
For sure. Nobody's eating tonight. Well, he did eat a couple of things.
I don't even know, Patty. How many lizards and snakes do you have now, Bob?
Oh my God, you count, and I'll say lizards or skinks. There's these two agamas. She's back behind him. And then there's Nelson, the big blue-tongued skink. There's his face out there, and his tail out the other end. And then there's some anoles in there. And then on the other side, I have the Euromastics and the fire skink. And then back around here, I've got
Hey, GRB, welcome back.
the African green bush snake, and cinnamon ball python, and then the milk snake. And I saw that Dylan, that was our guest a couple of weeks ago, got him a milk snake. Looks just like that guy. Yazzie, get out of that.
Hi, Simone.
And then in here is another ball python, Sandy. You know, I had him out the other night. I haven't had him out since then, but he had that little place on him. I need to recheck that. 2 corn snakes in there. And then Reggie, another ball python in there. So I don't know. What is that?
And you got a house snake running around the house somewhere.
Yeah, I've got a house snake in the house. Forgot about him. But contained, that's what I've got. Oh no, he was ready to go to bed. That's why he didn't. It's not late. I wonder why he wanted to go to bed. Some water. So I have nobody to sit here and play with. Don't even go there, Pam. There she is. Look at her. She's ready. She's like, I'll come.
His African
I borrowed
house
her
snake
light.
is missing. Is running around the house somewhere.
Yeah. I'm really liking these clips now that I'm using them. Have to bend them a little bit to make them tight. I'll be so glad when I get this stuff up in racks, or a rack. Come out wherever you are. Playing hide and go seek. She was there looking out. There she is. Oh, that's your tail. Come here. Come on. Here. Oh. Come on. Whoops.
You're in the dark, grasshopper. There you are. I gotta comb mine too, but I haven't yet today.
Who's that? Grasshopper?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to sit down.
Hello, Bob.
Hey, Grasshopper. What's up?
Not much.
Oh, of course. When I spar with you in the comments, videos that I'm serious. I mean, I'm not serious.
I'm sorry. I had to turn off my YouTube. It was giving me an echo.
Oh, good.
So who's the best looking person up on panel? The snake.
She's a beauty. She's a sweetie too. Get over there and fall. That's not going to work. Girl, that's not going to work.
So, did you ever find that snake,
I'm
Bob?
trying to get her. Nope. Haven't found any stakes.
I was thinking about turning on my camera and showing you my squirrel and bird feeders, but it's too late. They're not getting any action. So,
It's not quite dark there yet, though, is it?
no, but it's what was it, like 8 something, 8:21. They're everything's in bed by now.
I don't know why you can't see her. Look how sweet she is. So, Pam, are you going to socialize your snake?
Well, of course.
I know George doesn't have a lot of time to play with snakes. There she is. Over there and fall.
Mooney, hello. How are you?
Hello, Mooney.
Oh, God. What was that? Come on back up. Hey, Kim. Come on back up this way.
That's impressive, Bob. Your snake goes up your stomach like that.
Right? I don't know how big that one is you're getting, Pam, from George.
I think it's a little bit bigger than that one, but I'll find out when I get it. I got to figure out how much the postage is going to be, and I got to get the tank ready for it. But I'll get there.
Can't see her under there.
uh,
Always holds.
Well, I feel like I look like
On that
shit,
side,
so
too.
I'm probably not going to stay on here very long
You look
because
fine. What are you
I'm
talking
suffering.
about?
I need a. This needs to go.
Let me see.
You look
How did you
fine.
grow that? So
About 4 months, but like I said, it's my depression beard. I haven't really had an urge to shave it. This is the most facial hair I've had.
I had a big beard a couple of years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. It was a lot of work having to put oil in it and stuff.
Yeah, I don't do any of that. I just, I just don't shave it, and yeah, I do trim up here, so I'm not chewing on it. But other than that,
Don't be
I
chewing
haven't
on it.
washed it.
You'll get a
Huh?
bezo. Don't be chewing on it. You'll get a hair bezor in your belly. There's a new word, bezor.
Gotta look it up.
People in Florida get them from pulp a lot from eating all the oranges. Not so much now, but they used to a lot.
I have never heard of that.
Well, it's probably because you didn't go to nursing school or medical school or,
Well, I was an EMT.
well, a bezor, Bezor or Besor, I'm guessing. It's just a foreign mass in your belly, and it comes from biting your nails or chewing your hair. Little girls that chew on their hair a lot, in the corner of the mouth, get them all the time, and they have to put them to sleep and go down and retrieve it with the endoscope.
Hmm.
Some of them get pretty big, pretty nasty. The citrus, you get them from citrus, from the pulp, not chewing it up. I'm a world of medical knowledge, Pam.
I have never heard of such a thing.
Just ask anything, especially anything creepy or weird, and I won't know it.
Hmm.
She's gone to sleep. Steady breathing. Such a sweet little snake. What's going on in the chat? Moonstone, BJ still
Mooney
up.
says Grasshopper's beard looks good.
Thank you, Mooney, but no.
What'd you say, Yikes, about Kim? I wish I could brewmate too, Patty. About 2.5, 3 months. Yours are in brumation, GRB? That little Euromastix has been in brumation, but he woke up in the middle of spring. No, Mike's cats are like mine, Patty. They like the snakes, or they're scared of them.
My son Tucker has a big beard, a long beard. He braids it and puts Celtic beads in it for special occasions.
Yeah, I have a little hair tie that I've had for a while that I try to put it because it's enough to. Well, let me.
Oh, he's not balling up, or she's not. Moonstone, she's asleep. She's got her head tucked under my antecubital area, also known as the bend of my arm, and my tail's under my wrist there.
I can't do this.
Kind of like a man bun, except with your beard.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Bezor. I don't know if that's the right spelling for the medical term, BJ. It probably is. I forgot the A. I didn't say I knew how to say the words or spell them, just knew of them. If it's a multiple choice test, you don't have to know the spelling. The chin tail. I don't know anything about acne, Moonstone.
My oldest daughter always used to twirl up her hair on her fingers and then suck on her fingers. I'm surprised she didn't get anything like that.
She probably does. Sometimes people go for years and it never bothers them, and then all of a sudden. Huh. The chin tail. I heard the Reddit, like some of the nastiest words. I mean, it wasn't really nasty, but it was something about having a beard and goatee. But I forgot what the little word was or the whatever.
Flavor saver.
It's all the same. Kate knew the spelling.
I don't mind beards and mustaches. Just don't ever, ever, ever do a handlebar mustache. I hate those things with a passion. It's like, that is so gross.
Used to be all the rage, Pam, when you were a
Yeah, and
kid.
it's so gross.
Oh, she must be awake now.
The handlebar mustache it's the porn stack.
Yeah.
And then you wax it and twirl it. And yuck. It's so disgusting. There's still a few people I see around here have them. Because, it's Wyoming, so we're like 50 years behind the rest of the nation.
In one of the jails I was in, one of the deputies had he had it big, like
Yeah, those are gross.
yeah.
Gross.
And then when he wouldn't do it, it would just be way hanging down because it's a lot of hair to be pulling up. Like he looked pretty stupid. What kind of snake's that?
The same one.
Is it? It looks smaller.
That's disgusting, GRB.
Well, it's doubled itself up. Quick Draw McGraw had a handlebar mustache. My neighbor is such a psycho. He wears a mustache.
Yeah, this is convincing me that this needs to go. I look pretty dumb.
You could just train it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that though. It's like I said, depression beard. I don't really want to do anything with it.
Oh, okay.
I just
Must be hot in the summertime, though.
Probably yeah. I'm assuming it would be. It got up to about I don't know like 104 here, and then it dropped back down to like 70s. Right now it's like 80. It was like 85 today, which wasn't hot. It wasn't hot at all. Nice little breeze.
It was in the 60s today. It got up to 72 for a high. Now that the sun just went down and it's 62 degrees, so that's not bad. I kind of like it. I think tomorrow's going to be the same, and then it's going to get hot again.
Yeah, try not to look at the weather forecasts too much. Like go out a week or so. Just what the temperature's going to be today or tomorrow.
Yeah, Sunday it's supposed to be 89 here, which is just hotter than hell.
Yeah.
I mean, that is for here, that's really hot. Because you got to remember, we're like 7,650 feet above sea level. So we never used to get temperatures that hot like it's been the last couple of weeks. This has just been the last 2 years it's gotten this hot in the summer. So I don't have air conditioning or anything because we never needed it before. And now it's getting hot. And whatever temperature it is here, it's going to be a good 10 to 15 degrees hotter in Denver and Cheyenne because they're sitting a lot lower than I am. Which is why I won't move there. Look at that sneaky snake.
She's the sweetest snake I have, I'm telling you. She's just so gentle. She never gets defensive. She's a little turd she won't eat right now. That Elle was one of her little shorts I was watching the last few days. She said,
Oh, that's too bad, Mooney.
she said,
115 in Salem, that is hot.
Kim, what do you do if a ball python won't eat? Elle was saying, take them out and put them in a small container, just a plastic box or something, and put their frozen thawed mouse in there so that they have to run into it over and over and over and over. Make sure the temperature is right, and that's the best chance to get them to eat. But Reggie did eat one mouse a couple nights ago, but there you are. Look at her. Look at her.
Your screen is black.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Hold on, let me get that. Oh, let me refresh.
Push more buttons, Bob.
Damn it.
Oh,
Oh, he pushed the wrong button.
it's just you and me, Mom.
I know I grew up outside of Portland, and when it gets 90 degrees in Portland, it is really hot and humid because of all the rivers and water and stuff. So 116 is nasty.
I used to live in Fresno, and it's the Central Valley. It's like right in the middle of California. But it would be like 99 degrees outside, but it would be 95% humidity, where it was unbearable.
That's nasty.
You can wipe your hands down your walls, and it would just be, your hands would be soaked.
Oh gosh.
It was so uncomfortable. And then in Arizona, it'd be 100. The max temperature it got there was 135 degrees in Lake Havasu, but it's a dry heat. It
that does make a difference.
130, but it'd be like 5% humidity. So
when I was in Texas, I saw it get up to 120 a few times, and where I was at in Texas, that's pretty miserable because there was so much humidity. Like if you stuck a shovel in the ground, the next day it'd be full of water. Nobody had basements or anything, and 120 degrees with that humidity was pretty nasty.
I bet.
Welcome back, Bob. It was 111, but it was real dry.
One thing I like about here is it always cools off at night.
Hey, Brandon.
In Billings, when I lived over by Billings, it gets like really hot there, and it's got like rock walls on both sides that hold the heat in. So at night, it'd still be like 90 degrees at night, and that pretty much sucks. And the same thing when I lived in the Dalles in Oregon. It was like there's a lot of rock walls and stuff there, and it was like it didn't cool off at night. and we didn't have air conditioning, but we had swamp coolers, which
Yeah,
I don't like swamp coolers. They do cool off the house, but they put out a lot of
I had one
moisture.
of those in California.
Yep, we had one of those in California. It sucked because the swamp cooler was in my parents' bedroom, and that was it. So my parents' bedroom got nice and cold, but unless we had the door open to that to cool the rest of the house down, it was
Yeah,
bad.
that's not good.
Yeah.
I have like an antique dresser, and it still has like damage on the top of it from the swamp cooler being in
Yeah,
the window above it,
they
spitting
leak
out
a lot of
all the
water.
time. Yeah, yeah. The top of the dresser is like water damaged.
Maybe you should let that snake out to go find the other snake.
No,
The other
yeah,
snake would probably eat her.
yeah, it probably would. That other snake is strong, very strong.
How long has it been out, Bob?
2 weeks or so.
Is
But it ate,
shouldn't
it ate,
it eat?
it ate the day before it got out, so it's fine.
Yeah,
It's definitely coming back in here to drink water because I've seen it in this area twice. It's fast.
Yeah, Bob's got a African house snake in his house, running around in his house.
Mike has one just like it that's still
maybe.
in captivity. I'm tired of trying to manipulate that phone. I'm done with it. Every time I touch it, it goes blank anyway. So there we go. There we go.
What, Bob?
Can't hear me now, right?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I had to sit the phone down.
Yep, that's what happens with age, BJ.
What?
She says you lost your nope rope.
Last summer we hit 116. Wow. Oh, okay. No, she said it's the African house snake. Really, really strong snake.
And Mike has one missing too, but his is the green one, isn't it?
He's is his African green bush snake. The cats caused that. He thinks they broke the glass. They thought it was a fire hose, but they broke the glass.
You're breaking up now.
Yeah, it's because I'm setting the phone down and I'm not going to go like that. It's under something furniture. Well, I videoed like every third day under everything Moonstone with my phone. So far, I have. It'll turn up. No.
Yeah, I had one of Tucker's iguanas was like gone for like 3 months, and we found it, and it was perfectly healthy.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. You know, it was a good eater, better than the rock ball python. The good news is I don't smell anything, like something's dead. So that's real good news.
So, Bob, what do you know about Humira?
About what?
Humira,
How are you
it's a,
spelling?
a medication. HURMA. I think it's pretty simple.
H U
Um,
Humera.
sure.
It's an insulin, right?
No, it's a drug for RA.
Oh, I don't know anything about it. It
Oh,
may be new. I haven't worked as a nurse for almost 7 years.
I was just curious.
No, I don't know anything about it. I would Google it. And nurses do that when you're learning to be a nurse. You have to look up all the drugs patients on and know what they're for and all that. And then you forget them. Bob, it's under something. And most doctors don't do nearly as well on a medication test as pharmacists do. So it doesn't bother me that I don't know. Somebody,
It's yeah, it's a drug for rheumatoid arthritis and inflammation. It's an injectable, and I have to do 2 injections in both of my legs, or 1 injection in both of my legs. Um, and I don't know if I well, yeah, I don't know if I don't yeah I don't notice anything off of it. I don't notice it, nothing's. I don't notice any effect on it.
was it? And what kind of drug is it? What classification is it?
I have no idea.
Better be reading up on that short and that stuff.
Yeah, I should, but
It may take it a couple of weeks or a couple of months to become effective.
that drug though, without insurance, is over $6,000.
Oh, I can believe.
But yeah,
Yeah, you better look at the studies on it.
what do you know about Ozempic?
I know it's real popular in commercials. That is I believe that is diabetic or pre-diabetic medicine.
Yeah. It's I'm not taking it for any diabetic reasons. It's just for an appetite suppressant and weight loss, and it's very effective.
I think that's what Ed, if I'm not mistaken, the doctor gave him several months ago, and it really pulled the weight off of it. If not, something very similar to that.
Yeah.
I can't do it because I'm already diabetic.
Yeah, those are the first injectable drugs I'm on, and it's kind of a well, I've been on the Ozempic for a couple months now, but it was a weird experience having to poke myself every week.
Well, I
But
bet.
I do notice I'm getting a result off of that, and I do like it. So
The doctor last time I was in 3 months ago, no, 2 months ago, wanted to start me on something injectable for my diabetes for better control, to keep my A1C a little lower. And I said, no, how important is it to be 7? So we had that talk. I about got 3 months to get it back down to 7 from 8. So we'll see. What you like? You like the colors on there? Giving the camera the stare. See all the little buttons moving. She's like she's crawling, but she's not. She's pulsating on my hand. Did I scare you?
One of my kids, they thought she had rheumatoid arthritis, but then it turned out it was Lyme's disease. So
Yeah. I do have RA, and I've had it for 35 years.
you feeling okay, Bob?
Headache.
Uh,
Yeah. It's from sitting slouched down. I've got a ruptured disc. Cause that. but it hurts the lower back to get up, so don't get old.
Oh, I broke both my shoulders, so I have thoracic upper back issues. I'm glad I don't have any lumbar issues because you wouldn't be walking if you did. But
Yeah, I was stupid. I let them, but it was back in the middle '90s. I let them take half the city out down there, so that forever I'm limited on what I can lift. And the one that's ruptured in my neck, I knew a lot more by then ago, and I said, nope, 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 nope. You're a sweet little thing. You are. Mooney, I've even gone like and looked in the large tank cabinet, put those up and look. I've gone through the closets, the drawers in the dresser. I moved everything in there, the hanging clothes, everything, everything. But I can't do all that in one day, so I think it's probably moved. Yeah, Chewy's got some bad back stuff too. We've talked about that amongst the.
sorry to hear that, Chewy.
I think Chewy's mostly are caused by trauma, by a wreck or pretty sure. Here he comes. The Euro man.
And the snake that he lost is like all black Mooney, so that makes it even harder to find.
Tank. Up. Get along.
Well, this phone is going to die.
Well, we're going to be done in 10 minutes, 9 minutes.
It'll last that long. It will last that long, so I guess I'll stick around.
Yeah. I'm
Just-
going to shut it down in about 10 minutes because
You start warbling.
it's a slow night anyway, so.
Yeah.
Damn, if you would
So
have
there's
let
no way you can show that picture?
No, it's ready to send. So
Uh,
I got to be able to transfer the photo of it.
I'm so anxious.
You might just have to wait till you get it in the mail.
I usually watch spoilers for movies I want to see. I spoil it for myself just because I'm so anxious to see it.
What I've always been bad about is I can't hardly keep a secret when I buy somebody a gift. Like my kids, like before Christmas, it's like it's so hard not to tell them, and sometimes I do. Because I'm bad.
Yeah. I don't think I've had that problem. It's just when I know I'm getting something, or if I'm looking forward to something, I don't mind it being spoiled at all for myself. But I don't like to spoil things for other people. Yeah.
Don't go to the light, Bob.
I had to use that hand to turn off those lights on those tanks. These guys have been waiting on their bloodworms for 2 hours.
You know, I just realized that I can see chat from this phone.
Yeah.
because I don't have my other phone up. But if I touch the screen, it zooms out, and then I can hit the little chat thing and see the chat going on. Fun technology.
And for knowledge.
But yeah, I can't believe you've never turned off your phone before.
Well, it's turned off before when the battery was dead, but I've never like turned it off on purpose.
Oh,
I have a habit of like leaving it laying on the bed or something, and then I'll go to set my alarm when I go to bed and it's dead. So I have to plug it in and turn it back on.
yeah, I don't know much about iPhones, but I had to look up the.
Jay, it's just 2 more hours.
What's that, Bob?
BJ said she took her back meds, and I said it's just 2 hours till I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm hoping like I'll mess around with it again in the morning and see if I can get the pictures loaded on the computer. But like I said, I got to figure it out because I got to be able to like post pictures of all my artwork, and I can't have the phone not transferring them.
So, how do you think that picture turned out? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, mostly. I'm never totally happy with anything, but yeah, I think you'll
Okay.
like it. I think you'll like it.
And you put the other is it the sparrow?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep, you got
Okay.
a sparrow too. Yep.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Hey, Rack, how are you?
Hey, Rack.
I was able to listen. I didn't watch it all, but I was able to listen to Rack stream this morning because I was actually awake for a change.
Hey, Rat. I didn't because I was a courier with dog urine to the vet.
You were doing what?
Being a courier with dog urine to the vet.
That sounds fun.
It wasn't bad.
And you make fun of me because I used to send horse semen all over the world.
There's a little bit of
No, I
difference
think you
between.
make fun of you because of how you used to collect the horse semen.
No, I don't collect the horse semen. I didn't collect. They had veterinarians, full-time veterinarians at the
The
ranch.
story keeps changing.
I would just mail it frozen.
Ah,
I was the secretary, not the veterinarian. They had veterinarians that collected the semen.
fresh.
Yep.
That's something.
And we would send it FedEx with dry ice.
Nasty. When I mail stuff at the post office, they ask me what's in it. And I can just imagine semen.
Horse semen. They probably wouldn't ask you more than once. If you said
Probably
dog
not.
urine, they'd probably like.
Ask me if she asked me yesterday if it was fish in the boxes, and I said yeah, and then I said no, it's axolotl eggs, and so then I had to explain about axolotls.
Yes, I heard that, and I think that's totally awesome. And thank you for the super chat. But yeah, I'm excited for you. I think that's really cool.
It is
Someday,
cool. I haven't heard
if I
that.
ever win the lottery, I'll have an art studio too. That is pretty awesome.
I think Rack should come up and we need a ukulele break.
I was trying to remember who I was reading an article the other day, and they started out on a ukulele and then a different kind of ukulele and then a ukulele something cross, and it was something Rack had said before. And they still play a version of a ukulele. It's somebody famous, but I can't remember.
Was it Rack?
It might have been Rack. Sounded very familiar.
He's so famous.
Right.
My daughter got this instrument. It's some kind of a drum, but not really a drum. I'm kind of looking right now to see what it was, what it's called.
A drum that's not a drum. When is a drum not a drum?
It's like this big drum thing with like dents in the sides, and you touch it and it makes different tones.
A steel drum?
No. I'm scrolling backwards.
Rack was one of our first members on our Reptiles page. Yep. And it's been 9 minutes and Grasshopper still hadn't died.
The poison hasn't had time to take effect yet.
You said you're mailing me the antidote.
You heard it here.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the stream down here in a bit, but I'm still looking for the drum thing.
I'm thinking steel drum.
No, it's not a steel drum. I'm scrolling way back up because it's in my messenger.
You know, Rack
Kids.
a lot about reptiles, and he used to own a reptile business, I think. You might want to be a guest on the Reptiles.
I was just going to ask you if you had him for a guest. You haven't signed up to be a guest yet.
No, not yet, but again, are reptile people and people that are thinking about getting Rack.
Rack wants you to post a link to the, I'm guessing the stream, so he can play ukulele for us.
Oh, there's one taped up at the top, but I'll put it in there too.
Well, most people can't talk. I know I can't.
There. And there he is.
Hey, Rack.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
There he
Pam, Grasshopper, thanks for the invite. Bob, great looking snake.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Pam.
I'm loving that
Oh,
ukulele.
this guy's talking over here. He thinks he's a snake. Okay, I turned that guy off.
I did that first too. It's like I'm getting all these echoes.
I turned that guy off.
I did that first too. Oh, there it is.
Rookie mistake. What do you say? I don't know. Bob, I'd love to be a guest on Reptiles talk. That would be so much fun.
Hey, D.
All right.
And I did have a reptile business, reptiles and birds. but ended up as I shifted from, I guess I was a retail naturalist. I sold, and then I shifted out of that as I began to appreciate just the indigenous and native species, and I became a naturalist at that point, a pure naturalist, and then got intrigued by tropical ecology, which Bob, our habitat here in East Tennessee is very similar to tropical ecology. Where what are we, a temperate rainforest
Yep.
versus a tropical rainforest? And Tennessee has more amphibians and salamanders than any place on Earth.
Then where?
Any place on Earth.
I didn't know that.
More salamanders than anywhere on Earth right here in East Tennessee.
I didn't know that.
Cool stuff. I should have
you
said
wanna-
that. Now you don't need a guest.
Right. Well, how about toward the 1st or middle of August? I think Mike's got July all scheduled out.
Yeah, just send me
All
send
right.
me an invitation, and I'll need a reminder really close to when it is.
Awesome.
Yeah, I look forward to it. That'd be great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and Pam, do you like my ukulele strap?
I love the strap.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm making these now. I call them don't have a cow strap because they're so simple. Irreducibly complex, I say. Don't have a cow. Just have fun playing the ukulele. So I will, by a special request from Grasshopper, I'll play a lullaby because it's my bedtime. I can't stay long. If that's okay with you, Pam.
Yep.
All right, here we go. If you're sleepy, you may want to turn the volume off. And if you don't like what you're hearing, we'll say it's because you were sleepy. 2, 3. There you go.
That was pretty cool.
Thank you. I like that.
It's against the rules, Rack.
Not for ukulele. You know that one? That's another rule breaker, wagon wheel.
Ah.
Buy Pam a cup of coffee if you like that.
Patty never found the stairway to heaven, only the elevator to hell yet. That's me too. Hi, Lone Wolf.
I gotta ask you, Rack, how do you tune the ukulele so each chord is actually just it's how to play it easy? If you know what I'm talking about.
Not exactly, but the ukulele tuning is from closest to your face to the floor is GCEA,
Yeah.
which is not like a guitar. So the chords are the same, and they give you the same sound, but the formations are different. So if you understand that a guitar chord is in a certain key or references the chord progression, you can get close with the chord progression, but it's different shapes and it's only 4 strings, so it's a different tone. And this ukulele has what's called a low G. You can see that top string is wound instead of plastic. So that's a low G compared to a high G. And either is okay. It's just
I could have swore I thought you were saying something about like each fret was a different chord. All you have to do is press the fret.
bar chords. Yeah, so on a guitar, if you used a capo on the 5th fret and played only the lowest 4 strings, you'd be in the ukulele tuning. Okay, so a guitar capo, that's all of the strings barred on the 5th fret. The bottom 4 strings of the guitar would be in the same tuning as a ukulele. So in other words, a guitar capoed at the 5th fret would sound like this if you played the last 4 chords, the last 4 strings. Bob, are you playing the ukulele yet?
No,
Oh my God.
I keep waiting on one in the mail, and I haven't found one yet.
Well, I'll keep waiting on your shipping address with the check.
Yeah, I quit sending checks, Rack. I had to give them up.
You ain't never sent a check.
No,
Well,
I mean I quit writing checks. Literally, I just pay it on the phone now.
I thought about these people that are standing on the street asking for money. It would be easier on people, more secure, if they just held up an email address.
Right?
Hit my PayPal.
The QR code.
Yeah, here you go. You don't have to roll your window down. Just
Just
hit my
scan
PayPal.
it.
Will it scan through the glass?
I don't know, but I was thinking, sometimes when I'm feeling benevolent, if I had an email address, I'd be more likely to hit that PayPal than I would roll the window down and hope you weren't on meth or something.
Right.
Now that's stereotypical. I apologize, just being transparent here. Okay, Pam,
Reasons.
I need you to help me with some camera angles and stuff when I get the art studio set up. How to photograph or video art in progress.
Oh, totally depends on your light.
Well, I've got some pretty good light options, so
I found the best for getting photographs of like things with color, like oil paintings or the acrylics would fit in there too.
yeah.
Is if you can find a place where you get a good natural daylight
Yeah.
without direct sunlight.
Yeah, I got that.
What I used to do when I lived in Montana. Now I'm still kind of playing around trying to find the perfect spot. But I used to get up like around daylight, a little bit after daylight, and I had nails on the side of the house that I'd hang the paintings on.
Oh yeah.
And get them before the sun hit there. You want it like you get good color and stuff. You want it to not have some direct sun on it.
Well, what I
But
was
the
thinking
natural
about, Pam,
light is a lot better.
I'm thinking about live streaming art in progress, like you do sometimes.
Yeah.
And I've seen Priscilla and others do how to get the thing overhead and then have a different camera, have the technology aligned so I can shift camera angles, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that.
You just kind of have to play around until you get it.
two cameras on one live stream. I don't understand.
I don't either. I never use two cameras.
So if you're doing live art, you just either post one over you and you don't have one on your face. Is that what you do? You make a choice?
Yeah, I usually have
Okay.
it,
Okay.
or I'll clip the camera off to the side so that I'm getting a better angle at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where it's up and down straight.
Well, that makes sense. If you can get by with that, just one camera angle, that's cool.
Grasshopper's still there.
He's gone to the great
Pixeling.
outdoors, it looks like.
It's pixeling.
No.
But guys, I think it's time to call it a night. Because I've been on here for a couple hours
Alrighty.
and I need to get my coffee.
I'm going to be painting coffee cups, Pam.
Are you?
Yeah, that's going to be one of my serial works.
Okay, do you want to use mine?
No.
No.
You don't want my University Neon Tetra cup?
No, it's going to
Well,
be generic.
damn.
Thank you, though. Thank you very much. Did you see my art sketchbook? I showed it today, and I said, Pam's going to fuss at me. You're not supposed to show your sketchbook.
Oh, you can show your sketchbook.
There's private thoughts in here. Like,
Ooh. I want to
Yeah.
see it.
you want to see it, Bob? You know?
Yeah. I got to watch the replay.
Yeah, it's like if you don't want to fail, don't show your failures.
Right.
That's not even a rough draft. It's the idea of the rough draft. Here's a page of a painting.
Yeah, see, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have a couple books like that.
Yeah, you got to have them as an artist, right? You
Mhm.
can't keep all of that rolling around in your mind at one time. You got to have a reference.
And if you come up with an idea for a painting, you want to write it down.
Yes.
And like I use photos for reference, but I also carry an art pad with me, a little book, and I will write down because you know how photographs are.
Oh yeah.
I will write down what I'm photographing and why, what attracted me to it, and the lighting and stuff, because the photograph doesn't always turn out.
Yeah.
But if I remember why I took that photograph, I can still use the photograph as a reference, but then use my notes as to what struck me
I
about
started
it.
carrying these. This is just a lined notebook, but I make a line sketch in there and write down my goal. And my goal is different than what the camera sees. The camera gives you color and a little bit of shape, but if your goal is to catch light intensity or the contrast between the light, natural light and the tree line or the shape, or if it's a particular color you want, man, those notes are lifesavers. So I carry, I mean, that's EDC, everyday carry. That and a pen. I don't know if that's a mark of an old man or a smart man, and I don't care, but I'm carrying them every day.
It sounds like it might be something to use in birding too. No?
Well, that's where I got it. I used to keep field notes, not art sketchbooks, but I'd make these field notes and write in the rain paper notebooks.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and I've got a series of these. I'm going through making all these entries in eBird now. Everything's digitized. So I've got a couple of my field notebooks handy. Just general field notes. And I'll do a sketch in here every now and then.
Yeah, and then like I say, you got to take notes because photographs don't always capture what you're looking at.
Yeah.
So you got to say, like make a note to yourself about why or what you thought was so fabulous about that scene or the lighting or whatever. Just to
date, date, time.
Yep.
Records. There's a nice spider that I saw. So yeah, keeping and then a table of contents I find is helpful. Even in my Moleskine, I don't know if you guys are into bullet journaling, but check this out. I mean, This thing would be nearly worthless if I didn't have pages of contents. So you know where to find stuff. This one actually I just finished. It lasted 2 years.
Wow.
So you're not going to be able to find by memory what's in there. You got to keep a table of contents. By the way, I started this new one, and it doesn't have the lines. It's got the little bullet dots in it. Can you see that? There it is. It's much, Pam. It's much better for drawing and writing, versus the lines. This little,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
little bullet dots. And I'm crazy about stickers, in case you didn't know. By the way, Pam, Bob, look what I've got.
Oh, cool.
You know what that is, Bob?
No.
It's Polly.
Ah,
Polly came back.
really?
Yep. So Patrick Hardy bought that, and I mailed it to him. And he kept inquiring about what's that number? The post office tracking number. And I'd thrown the receipt away. I mentioned it on Pam's live stream.
Oh, yeah.
And I threw it away. And so, but he was persistent. And I said, I'll just give your money back. And that way, you'll be whole. And I mentioned this to you, Pam. I hit refund on PayPal, and it held it for 7 days. I didn't know it did that.
Oh,
Which is
huh.
not what you want to do. You don't want to use refund on PayPal. You just want to re-PayPal them the money so they get it right away. And then it charged fees.
Oh, God.
So it didn't give it as it was less than $2, but still, fees. So I added another $5 to Patrick to make him whole plus some. But then, like a month later, I got Polly back in the mail at my post office box. It came back undeliverable. So Polly's been all over the place and came back. So we got Polly, and Patrick's been refunded and then some. But it was an inconvenience to him and an expectation not met. So I hate that.
Well, Holly will love it down here in Southeast Tennessee.
Yeah, I may re-auction Polly again. I may keep her. I'm doing some merch. I got the T-shirts and the cards, the postcards. But I wouldn't feel right about doing anything with Polly until I talk to Patrick again, because that was just a bad deal. I've never had one of those.
I haven't seen Patrick lately.
I
Me
haven't
either.
seen him either.
No.
And he used to never miss a live stream. I haven't seen him for quite a long time.
I think he mentioned to Bob that in purchasing Polly, it was going to make a long month for him. He really wanted to have Polly, and he was willing to make an investment that he would feel. I mean, it's less than $100, but
right.
I feel bad somebody would, take their what little expendable income they had and buy a painting they never got. So we'll talk to Patrick one of these days and see how he's feeling, and then decide the fate of Polly. But right now, I'm glad to have her back.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Patrick's got his money back. I've got Polly. Everybody's happy as far as I know.
Do you have his email?
Yes, I got it through PayPal.
Okay.
Yeah, and he hasn't responded on PayPal.
Huh.
I don't want to bug him either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we've got each other's contact information. I'm just putting that out there to kind of clear the karma airways.
Well, I didn't know all that. I didn't know it was.
Live and learn. Definitely don't hit refund on PayPal.
Yeah.
That was a bad deal.
So the instruments that my daughter got is a hand pan and a Cajun.
Oh.
They're like a big drum looking thing, but they got little scoops all around the sides of it. And then you play it with your hands, but when you hit the different hollow spots, it makes different noises. And it's kind of like, it's probably because of my kids. It's probably like a hippie type thing.
Yeah, well, I think the cajon is like a box with springs in it that you sit on, and you hit
Yeah.
with the hands.
I know she got one. I didn't see what that one looked like, but I saw what the hand pan looked like.
Now, tell me if I'm right. I think the hand pan is like a pan drum is concave and you hit it with sticks, and the hand pan is convex, and you play it with your fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cool folk instruments.
Oh, folk instruments.
Yeah, from the
Hmm.
islands.
Yeah, I remember her saying that. Yeah, she got her fiance got her both of them for her birthday.
That was nice. Yeah, I know people who do some really cool recordings with those drums.
Huh.
Yeah, and one ukulele guy has got a cajon that he sits on, plays the ukulele, and he's got a reverse kick drum, like a bass drum, that he keeps time with his foot, and it hits the cajon backwards.
Ah,
Pretty cool. Yeah, and he's got a little what do you call the little cymbal, top hat that he can hit with his finger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one man band.
Yeah.
well, okay, guys. I think we'd better get out of here.
Oh, I talk about the bums rush. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, huh?
Well,
Well, I
Pam,
mentioned it like 10 minutes ago.
yeah, Pam, I know you got to run, but we'll hang around.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
It's good to see everybody. Thanks for letting me come
Oh, thanks
up
for
with you
coming up,
here.
Rack. It's always
Thank you,
nice.
Rack.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you,
Yeah,
Grasshopper.
thanks,
Thanks,
Grasshopper. I
Bob.
appreciate the invite.
And thanks for the super chat.
Don't swear yet, Bob. Pam hasn't ended the stream.
Nope, I got to end broadcast before you swear, Bob.